Alright, so Jacques Larac is gonna have to wait till tomorrow or demain mon ami, or demain. But today I got something done. Oh yeah, check that out. Shazam! So, removed the TV from the credenza with the help of his lordship upstairs, aka my landlord. Gave it all a good clean and a wipe and a dust and a hoover all in behind and shit, right? All down in behind there and all the cables and all that shit all got cleaned up. And added this 5-meter USB 3 extension cable. I'll come back to that in a few minutes, but primarily this new pair of near-field studio monitors to sit alongside my biggies as an alternative for mixing on. So now my living room is a mixing suite, and look at the tolerances in there. We're talking gaps of like a mil or two. Literally. That's what you get when you're good and you know what the fuck you're doing. Believe me, there's actually a gap, mil and a half, maybe a couple of mil over here. So these are the KRK Classic RP8s, no DSP, all analog, very simple, bog standard analog. They're cheap, they're not high end, it's like 400 quid a pair. Yes, of course, it's me, I like nice things. I had my eye on a much more expensive pair, shall we say, the PSIs, which are an order of magnitude more expensive, literally $4,000 a pair instead of 400 quid a pair. I just can't justify that right now when I'm spending essentially all the fucking money I have, which I'm not spending on beer, on microphones. Anyway, I have mixed on these in the past and the results I got were very good. Therefore, I trust them. So, that's why I bought them. I've used them, I've mixed on them. The results were good, they translate, I trust them. Simple and they're cheap. All right? So, on a pair of ISO Acoustics, rubbery here steel rods to mechanically isolate them from the credenza. Work pretty well, but see these steel plates? I added these. These are not included with these. This is a K&M, a Konig and Mayer, the guys who make the microphone stands and speaker stands and all. These are a fairly fucking heavy steel plate intended to be screwed onto as the top interface plate of one of their fairly high-end, heavy, expensive, large speaker stands, which I was looking at. But then I thought, why don't I just buy the plates? Nice heavy steel plates, which have an area slightly larger than these fairly large speakers. Sit the plates on top of the ISO Acoustics, so I get pliable here, right? Then solid steel, and these speakers have a sheet of neoprene underneath them. I think it's neoprene or rubber of a kind anyway. So then we get the pliable, right, rubbery sheet of solid steel, and they are heavy. And then the speakers on their sheet of rubber, and it gives me more options with exactly how to position them, slide them in a bit, slide them out a bit, angle them a bit. But look, it's working out great. The height of the axis that you want your ears at, which is in between your two drivers, right, is pretty much identical. And straight at me on the couch. And yes, I measured it all in advance. This is not just by chance. It's not a lucky accident. None of this shit is a lucky accident, okay? Believe me. I've been working on this shit for months and months and months. Right, so check this out. We can now switch in between the two pairs of speakers with the Apple remote on the DAC. See if you can hear the difference. All right. Hear that? We're now on the biggies. I'll switch it back in a minute. Back on the KRKs. Ain't that the tits? Ain't that the fucking tits? Shazam! Oh yeah, and this USB extendo cable, I'm gonna run right along this floorboard joint under the rug. So it comes out here, goes under the couch, where I'll have about 1.5 meters-ish, maybe a couple meters in the coil, specifically for the little MIDI controller at the P1 Nano, which I showed you guys before. The one I got already broke, sent it back. I have another one on the way. It's literally on the way. It'll be here within, I don't know, a couple of days maybe. So that is going to plug the USB from the doodly thing. The switches and buttons and knobs and all that shit here. Very nice unit. So that USB is going to plug into that extendo cable coming out under the rug there. That's what that's for. So I took the opportunity to lift the credenza a little, slide through the connector because it wouldn't slide through while she down flat. Hooked it into the PC at the back. There's the PC in there. Yes, I roll my own. I have rolled my own computers for almost 30 years now. Thank you very much. And yeah, so that's what that's for. So it's nearly 5:30 in the afternoon, Thursday, on my day off. I'm not starting into that shit. I'm not starting into Jacques Lirac now, man, at fucking 5:30 in the afternoon. Fuck that. I'll do it tomorrow. All right.